really proud of our effort today. We had kids play a lot of minutes and definitely got worn out there at the end. But really, I thought our defensive effort was good. Louisville is a really good team, and I thought we really did some good things, for the majority of the day for about 38 minutes, and then there were 2 minutes there that sunk us. But proud of the effort, and we'll continue to keep getting better as the season goes.
We'll open it up for questions. Like before, guys, we'll use the raise hand function and within Zoom. Beginning with Rod McKenzie. Go ahead, Rod.
Hey, Nell, you really didn't shoot the ball bad in the fourth quarter, except for those final 3 minutes, but it seemed like turnovers really killed you down the stretch.
Yeah, that was the name of the game. I was sitting here looking at the rundown, the rundown. I thought, we had some decision-making there at the end that didn't work in our favor, that turned into turnovers. And, if we could have those last 3 minutes back, but we can't. But we've got to play smarter down the stretch. We've got to understand time and score a little bit better, and we will. But I tell you what, we had some tired kids on the floor. We just didn't have a long bench today, and that can hurt you down the stretch. But again, proud of the effort, and we'll get better.
Another question from Rod. Go ahead.
Nell, how much did it hurt you today not to have a backup point guard?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely hurts us, but I was really proud of AC Carter. I thought she came in off the bench and had to handle the ball for us and did a really admirable job for us. So that's, we're finding out as the season goes that we can move some players around and put them in different spots. And we're going to have to continue to do that because this is a tough conference with coaches who are really good at scheming, and we're going to have to move our players around. We can't just be traditional players in a sense, but we'll keep learning and getting better.
Ken, we'll go to a question from you.
Nell, like you said, obviously, given the circumstances and the opponent, a good performance, but how do you kind of also kind of balance that with what I imagine is disappointed about having, a 5-point lead, 2 minutes to play, and letting them off the hook like that?
That's all what do you do? They're the number 2 team in the country. We're not supposed to beat them anyway. And we had them on the they played like the number 2 team in the country and took advantage of some things that we didn't react to fast enough. But we'll learn from it. We'll probably see them again down the line at some point in this conference, whether it's a conference tournament or, who knows where. But we'll recover from this and get better.
A couple more for Coach. Let's go with Rod.
No. Were you surprised at the difference in the points in the paint?
Hell, I hadn't even looked at it yet. Well, I knew we weren't scoring in there, but yeah, that's a pretty big difference. But their defense is really good. I mean, Louisville's defense is stout, man. And they took away a lot of stuff from they focused on taking away our paint action. I mean, if you remember the game, they were just dug in from everybody. So there weren't high-low opportunities. Low got free there at the end in the fourth quarter and did some damage, but for the most of the game, they weren't giving us anything in the paint. And kudos to them for their game plan. But I think at the end of the day, the turnovers did us in. So, I don't. The paint stuff doesn't bother me as much as the turnovers.
Ken.
Laurel, I thought not even just the rebounds in the scoring, but just seemed like she was all over the place and really played a huge role in what you guys did.
Well, Lowe's one of the best players in the country, and she's having a heck of a year. She's just, maybe offensively, she hadn't shown what she did today, but today she was really locked in, and I was proud of her effort today. But she always brings it on the defensive end. I thought today she was really locked in offensively and did some nice things for us, especially down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
Rod, you want to wrap us up?
Going back to the turnovers, Nell, it seemed like you did a better job, except for that stretch at the end, with the turnovers in the second half. In the first half, you were dribbling into double teams in the corner where you really couldn't get out of them. It
Yeah.
seemed like you made some good adjustments in the second half.
Well, they figured out pretty quickly to trap Lodamai. And so every time she touched the ball, whether it was the middle of the floor, anytime we were bringing any kind of on-ball screen, I thought their defense was really good. And that taking away that aspect of our game, especially with Mai. And so, she didn't have many windows for opportunities today to score or get downhill. But she competed hard today, and we'll try to work on some options that if anybody else tries to do that to us, we'll be ready for it.
Actually, Coach, we'll take one more from Ken and then get you out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, if you could just confirm, I imagine the kids who weren't on the bench were in protocol, and like, how did that affect not even just today, but preparations?
Yeah, it just digs into our depth. I mean, it just really hurts us with the depth, and to have a point guard that, a backup point guard that's not here, that definitely makes a big difference. We can kind of get by with the everywhere else, but a point guard is a point guard. That's a different spot on the floor. So, but no excuses. We're not making any excuses. We had our opportunity today, and it just slipped away from us there at the end.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach.
Appreciate it.